Greetings YouTube, welcome back to the channel. As I log in to record this video, I try to be the disseminator of information on this channel. That doesn't mean the information impacts me. In fact, I kind of like it when it doesn't. I like covering Alliance War because I don't play it. It doesn't necessarily make me angry anymore because the revives are so much easier and cheaper in the game. But I don't miss it at all, and my roster has suffered, I think, 0% it feels like, for not doing Alliance War. And it used to be, if you don't do Alliance War, good luck getting the rank up materials needed to progress in the game. At the same time, I have never played on a non-Apple device. Even the device that I played in 2018, 6 years ago this year. Good Lord. When I went to New York City Comic Con for the first and only time that I made an appearance, and I feel like now if I win, I would probably need some kind of bodyguard situation because Kabam will look at me and they think there's that jerk who has cost us so much money by not just embracing every bad offer we put forth and telling people not to burn their cash on trash. At the same time, because I've only played on Apple devices, I did not know until the last couple years that Google Play Android users had an advantage that Apple Store owners do not. And if you're unfamiliar with this, there is a Google Play Store. This became really popular last year in 2023 because right before the gifting event, then I think still called the gifting event, not the banquet event, we had, for those Android users, a chance to get free greater gifting crystals for their rewards points as part of like a cashback system. Since then, players almost monthly have sent me updates on that store, and one of the best parts is that they get some free units. It's not a lot of units, but any units for essentially the cashback program for getting rewarded for making purchases for MCOC are great. Any free units are free units. That's what I always say with the arena. Free units are free units. With that being said, we might need to pour one out for the Google Play Store. In the same time period that I've discussed how Kabam really is in a war to eliminate free-to-play players as much as possible, they have changed, of course, the revive farming algorithm and taken away so many spots where you could farm revives for literally years, especially in early acts, and Kabam just left it alone. Well, who knows if this is designed by Kabam, but you would think, right, that Kabam, the game manufacturers, have to sign off on whatever offers come into the Playpoint store. It's not like Google just makes these things up. Somebody has to code them. So before you had greater banquet crystals, greater gifting crystals, whatever you want to call them, Cavalier Nexus crystals, free units. Now this is my man Cowboy, his screen. He logged in and he said for the first time in I don't even know how long, when you scroll down, you can only use these points for this game on a Grandmaster Nexus crystal and a gold and ISO bundle. That's it. Google Play Credit's pretty cool, though, if you could use it on that. I don't know if that is just happening to be there or if you could actually use points for that. Like I said, cashback on purchases is cashback on purchases. But is it a coincidence that I'm getting this message the same weekend that Kabam is now talking about at some point Hercules being nerfed? Kabam talking about how if you don't like that reality, they can just reverse the best buffs we've seen because I'm just going to take all the goods away from the community. If you don't like it, you can starve. If you get up from this table, you're going hungry. You're not finishing dinner. The funny thing is, Kabam Mike often talks to the community like he's the MCOC father, but really he's the MCOC gaslighting toddler. Like, I feel genuinely sorry for him sometimes, and I know people say you shouldn't, but I think we're around the same age. And I just think if I reacted publicly, especially in comment form, the way he did, I don't think I could exist in any profession because ethically, it's embarrassing and professional standards of communication have to be followed. I talk to my students about that all the time. In the job world, it's not so much just the skills you need, it's the personal communication skills. I can train somebody how to edit videos on Final Cut Pro in an hour. I cannot train them how to be a kind, empathetic, patient human being. That has to come from within. That has to be maybe what parents get involved with. Who knows? I met the guy once, and I thought, that is not who I expected. It was a fine meeting. Wasn't great, wasn't terrible. It was kind of forgetful, but it was very much memorable in the sense of what I thought he'd be like versus what he actually was like in person. He's kind of reverting back to the worst representation of himself now, where he's just trying to either be a troll or maybe he's just done being professional. Not that he was consistently, but I feel like he was more than he was this weekend. Anyhow, maybe the free units will return. Maybe, unfortunately, other people see better offers than Cowboy. I've also learned that these can be regional or even country-based. And so I'm not saying that this screen is what everybody who plays on Androids and sees the Google Play Store and is enrolled in that sees. But I still wanted to make a video because Cowboy requested it. And this is information that doesn't affect me directly, but I'm sure it affects others. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.